Welcome back to the Mark Mosey Show right here on the brand new Sports Radio 1560 The Fan. And joining me right here in the Palm Bay Ford Studios, very fine gentleman here in the listening area. He is retired Lieutenant Greg Buttrick with the Brevard County Sheriff's Office basketball team. What? Oh, man. Greg, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Mark. Thanks for having me.
Well, I know you guys reached out to us through Facebook. We found you, and you're like, hey, we got this big tournament going on. We got to talk about it on the air. But before we get to that, let's talk about the Sheriff's Office real quick. Not even the basketball team. Tell us a little about the Sheriff's Office and what you guys do here for the local community.
Well, myself and my partner here today, Jesse Forrest, he's actively working now as a lieutenant, road patrol with West Precinct. He's been a member of our basketball team with the Enforcers since the inception in 2006. I've been the head coach from 2006, and I retired from Brevard County Sheriff's Office as a lieutenant in 2011.
Were you guys like on patrol and then someone made a joke, hey, we should play basketball? Like, let's go make a team. I mean, what happened exactly?
Well, it's better than that. I was teaching the academy in 2006, and I've been a sports guy my whole life.
Okay.
And I tried to indoctrinate sports within the sheriff's office, and it's not real easy with our schedules. But I had this guy come up to me during the academy and said, Sarge, why haven't we got a basketball team? I used to play with the Harlem Globetrotters.
What?
And I'm like, sit back down. I don't have time for this. Mark, the next thing you know, the guy ended up on my squad. I couldn't duck him anymore. And I'm like, well, put something together. Well, he went to Walmart, brought in these generic jerseys. Next thing we know, we're scrimmaging BCC. We lost by over 100 points. I'm like, I don't have time for this.
But he's a Harlem Globetrotter.
He had a cup of coffee back in the day. He's a really good player. But we got the ball rolling. We weren't very good, but in 2015, we have a powerhouse. And I'm here to say most people in our county probably don't even know we have the Enforcers basketball team, but teams from all across the country do. Greg,
when did it start to turn? Because you said BCC is killing you. Then what happened? Did we get better players for the Sheriff's Office? What happened?
It happened in 2010. My assistant coach, John Matthews, God bless him, he died in 2010. J-Matt came in my office, said, Coach, why don't we go to New York City? They have the World Games there. And I'm like, get out of here. We don't have time for this. Number one, we're not that good. But number two, who's going to pay for this? Well, he ended up passing away of a heart attack, and I said, you know what, guys? Turned to Jesse. Out of respect for J-Matt, we're going to go to New York City.
Well, that's very nice.
But in the back of my mind, I said, this will be a free vacation. I'm retiring in 2011. We went up there to New York City, Mark, finished first in the United States, third in the world, only lost to Athens, Greece Fire Department. We came back to Brevard County. They had a ticker tape parade. You'd have thought we won the World Series. Everybody was on board then, and it's been just a whirlwind of winning ever since.
That's really cool. And I know you guys are going to be in D.C. Is it this weekend, or it's coming up?
Coming up next Wednesday, we fly out to Ronald Reagan in D.C. We'll be there for 8 days for the World Police and Fire Games. It's actually in Fairfax, Virginia. Basketball will be at George Mason University.
That's very cool. Is there a website that can get more information on the Brevard County Sheriff's Office Enforcers basketball team?
We have a web page on Facebook. Just type in Brevard County Sheriff's Office Enforcers. Like our page, you'll have up-to-date photos and minutes of all the games. You can also go to the World Police and Fire Games. They have their own website as well. Keep in mind, the World Police and Fire Games, Mark, are just like the real Olympics, except you have to be a police or fireman to participate. So there's teams coming from all across the country, not only in the world, to play basketball, but there's like 60 other sports, from badminton to toughest cop alive.
Do you talk trash against other departments here in Brevard County? Like, hey, we got the best basketball team, buddy.
We don't have to anymore. We don't have to talk. They know there's not even teams on our level in the county. And that hurts us because we don't have anybody to scrimmage. We can't hold tournaments anymore. The last thing we did, it was 3-on-3, and we had to make it open because the law enforcement spectrum, we have just taken it over. And believe me, it hadn't always been this way.
No, you're absolutely right. We're here with retired Lieutenant Greg Buttrick with the Brevard County Sheriff's Office talking about the World Police and Fire Games coming up in Washington, D.C. All right, how do you guys practice with everyone's crazy schedule?
And it's so interesting that you asked that question because that is what amazes me to this day. We practice once, maybe twice a month. And the guys, it's strictly volunteer. They don't get paid to play basketball. When we go on these trips or we go into schools and do fundraiser games, strictly volunteer. And that's what amazes me. We don't get to practice with a full squad very often because of the schedules. And imagine getting a full squad going for 8 days to a place like Washington, D.C. It's difficult.
What type of team do you like to run? You run and gun, grinder? What type of team we got, man?
We are run and gun, three-point shooters. We play very good, tough defense. Last year we went to San Diego to the United States Police and Fire Games.
Nice.
We finished second, winning the silver medal. We only lost to LAPD. And keep in mind, they have 10,000 people to choose from. We live in Brevard County. You live here. It's not that big. But they know who Brevard County Sheriff's Office enforcers are in San Diego, that's for sure. They know who we are in New York City. The only team we lost to was Athens, Greece. I don't know where that is.
But you know we need revenge against them. Is that what you're saying?
They are on the list. This year we looked at our bracket. There's, I believe, over 20 teams. There's teams from China, Australia, Greece, New York City, you name it, Washington, D.C. We are not only the only team from Florida, we're the only team from the Southeast.
There you go. Right here in studio. We're talking with the guys behind Brevard County Sheriff's Office Enforcers basketball team. One more time, what's the website if they want more information?
Just go to Facebook, Brevard County Sheriff's Office Enforcers. Our page will come up. Like our page, and you can follow our team not only throughout the week, but throughout the year and all the events we do. We're proud of our team as far as the success we have on the court. But, hey, Mark, guess what we won last year? A 2014 Central Florida Humanitarian of the Year Award.
Well, that's very nice.
And that was for our efforts going into schools, doing fundraiser games. We've been in 7 high schools. What we do, they pay money to miss their last period of class, just like you and I would if we were in high school.
Yeah, that's right.
But they get to watch us play their varsity team. It's always sold out. The money raised, O'Galley used it for anti-bullying. Merritt Island, the texting and driving. Some use it for project graduation. We don't get anything from it. It's very fun. We like to beat the high school teams, but it's all for a good cause. Those are the type of things that we do. We work with PAL in their summer camps, which is Police Athletic League. That's what wins us these awards. Some of those awards, better than any gold medal I've ever won.
You're taking on the high schools, huh? You get every call, don't you? Come on. Every single time?
Well, let's just say they think we're old.
They think you're old, and then you win.
Correct. And then they're like, what just happened?
What's the age group of your team? Do you guys go, 20s, 30s? What do we go with exactly?
My youngest player is 21. My oldest player is 40. And it's
nice.
Anywhere in between. I've got guys on the team that have college history, high school history. The one with the Globetrotters. But the important part is they mix together. They like each other. We have fun, and winning makes it better than anything.
How come when we came into the studio, you said you feel sorry for me? I'm a Blackhawks fan. What was with that comment, man?
Well, you guys just won the cup for the third time in 6 years.
That's right.
Our poor Lightning, who are south of Canada, we wanted it.
South of Canada. That's what they're called, huh?
Well, hockey's not big in Florida.
You make the Lightning like they're like a little team at the YMCA. They're a pretty good hockey team, man.
They are a very good hockey team. It's just football is the sport in Florida.
Who's your team for football?
I go with the Canes, but I don't say that very loud these days.
Come on, you got Brad Kaya. Come on, you got a quarterback now. Let's go.
Everybody down south, they call it a different part of Florida, and all our recruits are leaving these days.
I know, they're going to Florida State. That's the problem.
Right.
Oh, so do you hate them or Florida more?
Florida State.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. Well, I appreciate you stopping by the show. I know your colleague here, Jesse Forrest, one of the sergeants with the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, is going to come up next. But it's very nice to meet you, Greg, and good luck with the games. All right, man?
Hey, thanks for having me. We really appreciate it, and go Enforcers.
And right now, I'm joined by a very fine gentleman here in the listening area, Sergeant Jesse Forrest with the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, and a current basketball player on the Enforcers team. Jesse, how you doing today, man?
Good, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing just fine. All right, so we're a police officer, but we're also a basketball player. How big is the business card when we show it to people?
I leave that off the business card.
Oh, we go. Come on. 3-point specialist. Is that on there?
Defensive specialist.
Oh, all right. That's who we are with the team. Well, let's talk about your career off the court. First off, how long have we been a police officer with the Sheriff's Department?
I've been a deputy with the Sheriff's Office for almost 10 years. I started as a deputy and then went on to investigations, and then I just recently got promoted to the sergeant position.
Well, very nice. Congratulations. Were you like a little kid? I want to do this one day. What happened exactly?
No, actually, I went to college, went to the University of Central Florida, got out of college, did my criminal justice degree, and was looking at the federal route, and a lot of federal agencies want you to have some law enforcement experience. So went this route and just fell in love and didn't want to leave.
So we are with the sheriff's office, and then what happened? Someone came up like, hey, you could play defense. Let's go. Like, were you like, you're on the streets and you're making these defensive moves? Like, hey, you would be good on the courts.
No. Well, I grew up playing basketball. It's my favorite sport, played in high school. Didn't play at college, but always played pickup and have been playing all my life. And I heard that they just started a basketball team. So I emailed Greg Buttrick, who was the coach at the time, and he said, hey, come on out. Came on out and been on the team ever since.
You like the feel of being out there, don't you?
Oh, yeah,
love it.
Even as I get older.
You do. Who's your favorite player growing up? Put you on the spot.
Penny Hardaway.
Penny Hardaway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, big Magic fan.
Do you like the Magic now, what we're doing?
I got to stick with them always.
Always?
Stick with them always. They're young, but if they stay together, we could hopefully grow a young team, make them big. And
should we go big in the draft? What should we go with? Cauley Stein? That's what I like.
Oh, I love Cauley Stein, but they're projected to go international like they have past couple of years.
I don't know. Just go with the sure bet American. Yeah. I'm sorry to tell you that. That's how I look. We're here with Sergeant Jesse Forrest with the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. All right, Penny's your favorite player, right? Was. Who do you play like? When they're like, oh, man, you play just like that guy. Ooh, I know this is a tough one. No, I put him on the spot now.
Yeah.
Shane Battier.
No, I don't like him.
Okay, I don't like him. Do you like what Coach says half the time, or do you zone him out? This is a tough question.
It is, because I'm not the most offensive specialist, so I'm trying to think of a grinder and defensive player.
Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, but he's got some...
You can get to the rim, right? Come on.
Yeah.
Tony Allen. All right.
There you go.
With his salary as well.
I wish.
Oh, okay, I know. So what does it mean to play for this Enforcers team, especially with the local community? What's it all about, man?
Oh, it's great. We were just talking about it on the way here. It's a great opportunity. You go into this field of law enforcement, you never would imagine that you get to play your sport that you've always grown to love, as long as doing what you enjoy as your career. And it's been amazing over the years, going to do all these community events that we've done, high schools, charity events, basketball camps. We do that for the community and for the kids. On the other end of it, we get to go travel all over across the country and play competitively against other law enforcement officers, other firefighters, and we've been successful over the years doing it. So it's such a great opportunity.
How excited are you to be going to Washington, D.C. for the World Police and Fire Games?
Super excited. We went to San Diego last year. That was the furthest I've ever been, so it's nice getting over there. So this year, going for the World Games, it's going to be competitive playing other teams, because you can only imagine teams are traveling all the way from other countries. They're doing that for a reason, so they're probably going to be pretty good. So it's going to be competitive, but we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time. Yeah,
you're absolutely right. You said you went to UCF. Are we excited with the future of the Knights, especially with football and everything?
Yeah, it's looking good. I'm excited.
It's a big campus. I don't think people realize how big that place is.
Oh, yeah. It's big.
Now, do you get every call? I asked your coach just a second ago. Come on. I know you tell the other team, oh, yeah, by the way, especially you take on the high school. Yeah, I know where you live. All right, give me that call.
Oh, yeah, they're afraid of us. Every time even the refs are scared to make calls because they think we're going to pull them over when we leave the high school.
All right, I have a real question for you outside of basketball, all right? I want you to know, with Palm Bay Ford, great sponsor of the show, right? I drive a Ford Mustang, right? I know it's happening, okay? I finally made it now, all right? 17-year-old Mark loves it. It's red, and people constantly come up to me and go, that's the number one target for police officers.
No.
Are you looking for me when I'm driving?
No. It might be statistically correct, but as far as me driving down the street, I don't see a red Mustang and automatically go for that car. So that's...
But
that's a myth.
You'll be looking for my car moving forward. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just give me your license plate number. I'll look for it.
Explain to me 95, where it's like the speed limit is 70, but it feels like everyone's going 90 miles an hour. Everyone. How do you police that exactly? I'm putting you on the spot. You weren't used to this.
No, it's fine. It's tough to do because, for one, everyone sees you. Obviously, we get, a lot of people want us to do enforcement, but once they see a patrol car, they slow down. They're not doing it while we're around. They're doing it when we're not paying attention. So we do our best to get out there and combat it because it leads to accidents, it leads to a lot of bad things. When people speed, they don't think about the bad things that happen because you speed. So we do our best to try to get out there, but with manpower calls, it's not always capable of doing it, but we do our best to try to get out there and combat some of it.
You probably work crazy hours, right? And then we're playing basketball. When are we sleeping exactly?
It's tough. We work 12-hour days. I get up at 4:45 in the morning.
Ooh, 4:45?
Yeah.
You're a saint. Okay, that's what you are. You're a saint. And then when are we playing ball? 5 o'clock at night?
Usually we practice around 7. We get off at 6:15, 6:30, and go straight to practice.
Would you rather win the NBA championship or be captain of the Brevard County Sheriff's Office? Oh, see,
I like to.
Yeah. Oh,
there you go.
All right, there. You want to be captain?
Well, how about just get to the NBA? That'd work.
All right, we'll go to the NBA. We could still do that. So you guys are going to go there, beat Athens, right? That's the key here.
Yep.
Not Athens, Georgia. The actual Athens, Greece. That's what we're going to do. And is there more information on a website they can check out or the Brevard County Sheriff's Office? What can they do exactly?
Yeah, actually, there's a link on the Brevard Sheriff's website. There's a link for their basketball team, but the best way to go just through Facebook to Brevard County Sheriff's Office enforcers.
Great stuff. Well, good luck. When are you guys going out to D.C.?
We leave Wednesday and we play Friday.
All right. Well, good luck with everything. And I expect 7 steals every game. All right, man?
I'll get it.
Okay. Great stuff. There with the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, Sergeant Jesse Forrest, and their head coach, retired Lieutenant Greg Buttrick, joining me here in studio. Good luck, guys, and I'll see you around. All right, man?
Thank you.